When I was a child, my sister was younger than I, but she was developmentally disabled and had no services. And so a group of parents, mine among them, got together and started to meet together to see what they could do for their children. And so that was where Schenectady RC was born.
My first actual involvement was when Schenectady ARC finally got organized. My parents would go to the meetings and I would babysit my brother.
My family got involved when my brother was born. My brother Tim, who is 52 now, was born with Down syndrome, and that was 1964. And my family connected with another family through their church. They got involved right away, and it really took off from there.
Lance had started kindergarten. I knew he was a little different from my other two boys, but he always caught up. They called me and says, "Can't go to school." I'm like, "What's the matter?" And I said, "No, he doesn't fit."
My mother saw a little ad of people with developmental disability children. We had been part of the Albany one, and the people in Schenectady wanted to start their own chapter of Schenectady RC.
They offered a lot of support for families who were confronted with a situation that, it hits the family out of the blue.
My sister was not having any educational opportunities, as were many other children in the community. The parents got together and decided that they needed to try to do something.
Many organizations came to our support. Post office was one of them. They all helped us raise money and funds. And back then, when we raised $2,000 and $3,000, we were ecstatic. We could now hire teachers and some people in the front office, and we started to grow.
They hired a retired school teacher to work with the older children, and we had one or two preschool groups that were meeting in homes.
At that time is when we owned the Little Red Schoolhouse. It was our first true building in this organization.
And he was with Mrs. Lohman, who I loved dearly, and she was really like a mother hen to them. And I remember the first day I was going to help him put his jacket on, and she says, "No, mothers don't put jackets on," and she showed him how to do it.
I don't know if there was any real vision at the beginning. It was just a group of people trying to come up with ideas so that they could get all these special kids to get some form of education and to be accepted in the community.
In addition to actually getting the programs, the school support, it just was that social network and that advocacy network.
Parents had to take their turn volunteering to help out with the class, with the teacher. And so that's how they started in and advocated for several years to get classes in the public schools.
The impact on my brother in early days and still today is he has a place to go. Instead of sitting in the house with our parents, he now experiences a life outside of that house. They go on trips, they go out to the library, take rides. They're giving them a wider view of life.
ARC is like family, and our employees are like family.
We feel like family. When we get together, it was how so-and-so, oh, I saw this one. We care about all of our guys.
Families were really interested in the achievements that each child made. No matter if it was sitting down, throwing a ball, or shaking hands with one another, parents were so delighted to see these experiences happening to their children.
I'm very proud. I'm very proud of my parents' legacy. And I do like letting the community know how good we are. So I certainly spread that pride around.